Welcome you all for today's discussion. Today we are going to discuss about flow measuring devices, particularly in open channel flow. There are mainly two kinds of flow measuring devices. One are notches and wears. Notches and wears. Notches are generally used for the measurement in canals and dams, particularly in open channel. But wears are used for the flow measurement for very high discharge rate, particularly for example in river. So today we are going to discuss about notches. There are three main kind of notches: triangular notch and rectangular notch, and combination of both rectangular and triangular that make a trapezoidal notch. So one is more complex, that one is a triangular notch. So derivation of triangular notch theoretical discharge is more important compared to rectangular and trapezoidal. So first we derive how we can find out theoretical discharge from the triangular notch. So first let us see a setup how we can visualize flow measurement from triangular notch. So make a triangular notch here. This is a tank in which triangular notch is installed. This is a tank and water is filled inside. During steady state flow, notch is fully filled with water. Notch is fully filled with water, and this is a tank. These are tank sides, and here you can take another tank here. So water will be here. Water will come like this, and water will be accumulated in this tank. Water is accumulated in this tank. Area of this water. This area length and width and the side is given, and you have to measure height. What is height of water filled? If you measure this one, then we can get what is accumulation of water in certain time interval. So Q actual measurement is very easy. You allowed water coming from the V notch to accumulate here in tank. Dimension of this area are given, and height you can measure, you can find out volume, and time interval you know. So Q actual equal to volume accumulated upon time. So here you get Q actual because dimensions are given. This dimensions already given, and height we have to measure and divide it by time. We can get a Q actual discharge rate. How we find out Q theoretical from the notch? So here we take suppose we take at height h from the top layer, and we take dh thickness of the layer of water. So total height of this rectangular notch is h. So this will be equal to h minus h. So what is water coming out from this layer of water? How much water is coming out from this layer of water? So make a separate diagram here. First we take a reference line at this point 0, and this one is a 1 and this is a 2. So what will be velocity at this point when water is coming from? Because you know that here at this point and this point. So here we have only potential energy, here potential plus kinetic energy. So applying Bernoulli theorem, P1 upon gamma plus V1 square upon 2G plus Z1 equal to P2 upon gamma plus V2 square by 2G plus Z2. Since we are taking reference line here 0, at this point Z2 will be 0. Here pressure, because both are here at point 2 water coming out from V notch here in form of nappy, in form of this discharge accumulated in tank. So both are at open conditions. So pressure will be same here and here. P atmospheric upon gamma plus here velocity will be 0 because at far distance from the, because here water is almost stationary and here water become moving. So almost velocity equal to 0 and plus Z1. At this point height, we are taking reference 0 here. So height will be h because we have taken h height here. So here will be h height equal to P atmospheric upon gamma plus here we want velocity of the water coming out from at height h. That we want to go V2 equal to consider V square upon 2G plus Z2 means we have taken reference means 0. So now this will be replaced and V equal to under root 2GH from this equation. So all kind of notches, when there is a height h below the free surface water, then velocity will become under root 2GH. There is no need of repetitive calculation of velocity V at this point. So this is velocity V. Now we consider what is a water. A small water coming from this layer of thickness. Take a smaller view. Take a smaller view of this one. So take V notch here. Taking an angle alpha here. Height is h up to this point. Under height, this is total height h, and we have taken layer ds thickness here from h height from top. This is thickness dh, and here width is b, and this angle is alpha by 2. This angle is alpha by 2. Half angle of V notch is alpha by 2, alpha by 2. What is discharge rate from this point? dq equal to b dh into velocity v, and we know that what is angle alpha by tan alpha by 2. Tan alpha by 2, this height will be equal to h minus h. Tan alpha by 2 equal to b by 2 h minus h. So b equal to 2 h minus h tan alpha by 2 b h minus h. This height will be equal to b h minus h tan alpha by 2. Putting value of b in this equation, so dq equal to 2 h minus h and tan under root 2gh into tan alpha by 2. This is a small quantity of discharge coming out from this thickness of layer of water. The total discharge from 0 to h, from upper to this height. What is total discharge from V notch? So q equal to taking a constant out 2g tan alpha by 2 limit 0 to h under root h into under root 2gh. Sorry, there is a mistake here. So this is a h minus h under root h into dh. Q total equal to 2 under root 2g tan alpha by 2 limit 0 to h into under root h minus power 3 by 2 h to power 3 by 2, integrating it now. So by solving this one, we will go into under root 2g tan alpha by 2 h to power 3 by 2. So you get 2 by 3 h to power 5 by 2 minus here h to power 2 by 5 h to power 5 by 2 to power 5 by 2. Solving this one, here there is no solving this one. So q theoretical you will get by solving this one. We will get 8 by 15. Solve it. 8 by 15 under root 2g and h to power 5 by 2 tan alpha by 2. This is a theoretical discharge from the V notch. Next we will replace this V notch by rectangular notch. So what will be theoretical discharge? Now replacing V notch by H notch. So next what will be theoretical discharge? Taking again dh thickness of the water layer from H height of from the upper level. So this is a dh thickness and water is filled here inside the this is thickness and this is a width b, and in case of full discharge height is h. So same thing, same formula will apply. Velocity already we calculated v equal to under root 2gh. So small discharge, elemental discharge from this layer of water having thickness dh, dq equal to b dh into v. That is equal to b under root 2g h into dh. So total discharge equal to q equal to dq 0 to h, that is equal to b into under root 2g 0 to h under root h and dh. So taking limit and integrating it, b under root 2g h to power 3 by 2 into 2 by 3. So equation will be equal to 2 by 3 b under root 2g h to power 3 by 2. This is the discharge, Q theoretical discharge. Q theoretical from the rectangular notch. So next one is a discharge from the trapezoidal notch. It is a combination of triangular notch and rectangular notch. Third one is trapezoidal notch. So it is made of the combination of both. This is a base, and this is alpha, and this is alpha. Half angular, because it is a combination of V notch plus rectangular notch equal to trapezoidal notch. So Q theoretical will be combination of V notch, and here we have taken alpha alpha, so this angle will become 2 alpha, and here width of bottom is B, and height is same, we are taking for simplicity, height is H, and here water is filled in whole of the notch during steady state condition. Full water is coming from steady state condition. You can see full water coming from steady state condition. So total discharge will be equal to Q. It is the discharge from V notch plus discharge from the Q theoretical equal to Q V notch plus Q rectangular notch. That is equal to 8 by 15 under root 2g h to power 5 by 2 tan alpha. Here in earlier case we have taken tan alpha by 2 because we have taken total angle alpha only. Here we have taken alpha separately. So that's why we are taking half angle tan alpha and plus 2 by 3 b under root 2g h to power 3 by 2. This is a Q theoretical from the trapezoidal notch. If we compare, because we know that once we get Q theoretical, so CD is always equal to Q actual upon Q theoretical. By using this equation, we can find out separately CD for the trapezoidal notch, CD for the triangular notch, and CD for the rectangular notch, and compare which notch is more efficient. If we compare experimentally, we find that CD for the trapezoidal notch is highest, then second highest one is V notch, and third highest one is rectangular notch. So depending on in which case more frictional losses are there, and depending upon what kind of flow situation existing and what is more economical to use particular node. So this is very important discussion to understand experimental way of measuring flow discharge in open channel, and it is useful from condition point of view. That in case you may find question in various competitive examination, public sector examination, GATE examination, and Indian engineering service examination. You may be asked to derive, particularly this one is important, derive formula for theoretical discharge from V notch under steady state conditions. So I think this is very useful for conceptual point of view, and you will like, share it to your friends. Have a nice day. Thank you.